Open it, stuttered my mother nervously. Yes, open it, said Dad, frightened. Cool it, cat, I breezed. This was the 70s. In my hand was a golden envelope containing the most important pieces of paper I'd ever clutched. My A-level results. What does it say? My parents whispered in absolute unison. I opened it as gingerly as a rookie bomb disposal operative would open a fat letter bomb in a creche. In a funny sort of way, the contents were just as explosive as powder-coated acetone peroxide. They spelt the difference between me attending tertiary education and being consigned to a heap marked "Don't have A-levels." And that was a mound of slag I did not want to be on. Like the bomb disposal man mentioned above, I swallowed hard and began to remove the letter within the lope. A single bead of sweat sprinted down my face, skirting around my temple and pausing at the jaw before throwing itself to its death. Bad news, I muttered. Your son has failed. At failing his exams! They were confused momentarily by the clever double negative, so I added, I passed! The "it's bad news, ha, no, actually it's good news" technique is one I've always enjoyed. It was really mastered by David Coleman in A Question of Sport when he'd tonally suggest Bill Beaumont had got an answer wrong, only to reveal at the end of the sentence that he'd got it right. My parents were elated. My mum patted me and Dad joined in one of the first high fives that Norwich has ever seen. I passed, I kept saying. I passed them both. The exact grading isn't important. Suffice to say, I was the proud owner of 2 shiny A-levels and nobody could take them away from me.
Would you say you've come to books quite late in your life, Alan?
No, that's wrong. I've been reading avidly since the age of a half. Of course, they were very rudimentary books. Some didn't even contain words. They were merely squeaked when you squeezed them, but they were certainly books nonetheless. In those books, my task might have been to identify and reproduce the sound emitted by farmyard or domestic animals, e.g. Cat, which would be...
Meow.
Yeah, but higher.
Meow.
Yeah, great.